That's for you, Word Nation. Good morning. How are we doing? Happy Thursday. Did I say it was Thursday yesterday? Am I confused here? Hey, how are we doing? How are we doing? Right. It is a very bright blue skies out there, but it's very, very misleading. It could lure you into a false sense of security. You walk out like it's summer and you come back like it's winter. Yes. So I say don't trust the sky, trust the weather, time, the season. Trust the season, trust the season, trust the season. So what are you tolerating, my dear friends? What are you tolerating? Right. So right now, today, I'm going to encourage you to post something on your own profile about what fun fact don't we know about you? What is that one fun fact about you that we don't know? Let's make it fun. Use the hashtag fun fact and use the hashtag WordNation. Let's come around and laugh and support each other and just see what we don't know about each other. That is fun, that is unique, that is amazing. You can call it a unique fact about you, or a truth, what you've done that we don't know, places you've been that no one would go, something you've achieved that no one has ever heard about on social media apart from your inner circle. Yeah, share it on social media. So yeah, today is all about sharing something unique about you. You don't know who is out there who wants to truly connect with you, but there's that little one thing missing. And when you share that fun fact about you, that unique fact about you, everything will click in place for this person and they'll reach out to you. And I know there's going to be some real testimonies from today's training, because today is a major day. Today is a beautiful day. It is a major day. Yes, it is, for you, for me, for everyone who chooses today to be a major day. Okay, so I want to share with you today something deep, something really personal, something that I want you to know because you could be in that place. What's going on, Facebook? Well, let's fix this baby. Let's fix this baby. You are my baby. I'm your baby girl. Let's fix this. All right. Okay, so, all right. So here we are, right? Here we are in the den. You've invested in you. You've invested in a business. You've invested in learning. You've invested in leading others. You're invested in your why. You are doing everything you need to do. You are doing the work. You are setting goals every week. You are taking the action you said you're going to take. You are doing more than you should be doing. You are doing the daily win in addition to your own goals. And every Friday you feel deflated. Every Friday when I'm like, celebrate, you're like, Julie, I don't have anything to celebrate. First of all, that right there is a problem. Then for some of you, I keep telling you that you need to release your limiting beliefs. I've actually sat in here and talked about what is it that's limiting you. That is the title of that training, if I remember very well. What is limiting you? What is stopping you from accessing the wealth that you were created for? What is stopping you from attracting the impact you're meant to impact? What's stopping you from living your dream life? And for some of you, here is your answer, because it was my answer. It was my answer 100%. It was the answer I gave myself. It was the answer I gave when that question was asked. That I'm doing everything. That I am blogging, I am podcasting, I am doing videos, I am reaching out to people. I have a list of thousands of people. I send out newsletters every week. I am talking to people. My diary has appointments. People are reaching out to me all by themselves saying they want to do stuff and then they pull back. That was me answering the question that I have blocks, and I was like, I don't have blocks. I am doing all the work. I have done the mental work. I meditate all the time. I have done cleansing rituals. I've done cleansing meditations. I have spoken to coaches. I have done the homework. I have written out all my limiting beliefs and I have released them. They are not in this universe. They are not even in the multiverse. I have transmuted them. I don't have any blocks. And the coach said, that right there is your block. That right there is the arrogance of thinking that you're doing everything and therefore you have nothing standing in your way is your block, because you do not have the humility to acknowledge that there is something that is not shifting for you, that there is something that is standing in your way, that even though you're doing way more than others, those other people are stepping in, doing a little bit of this, doing maybe 2-3 hotel meetings a week, and they are smashing it in their business. Someone comes into their business and they are international marketing directors, and it takes them like 8 months and they are RMDs, and you are stuck at director. What's wrong with you? You are actually not a director in the cash you're receiving in your account, because a whole ton of people dropped out of your team and you're now just a senior rep. And at some point you're not even a senior rep because you dropped the volume in your team and you're just a qualified rep. But you achieved that title of director months ago and you think you're a director. Are you even a director? And all the lies that I was telling myself came back to me. And I realized what I was tolerating. And she said, that is exactly what's stopping you, what you're tolerating, including the lies you tell yourself, including the lies you actually tell other people, because it makes you feel good and it makes you go to bed at night. What are you tolerating? Right? What are you tolerating? I'm going to go personal on some of you. Some of you would like to release some body mass. You would like to get slimmer. You would like to look like you used to look maybe in your early 20s, maybe even earlier. But you keep telling yourself that you're eating right, you're exercising, you do all this and you do that, and it's in your genes. So you are tolerating that. You're saying it's in your genes to look out of shape, out of size, and out of your physical, what makes you feel sexy. You are not in your right physical shape and you're tolerating what you are looking like now because you are accepting that that is your portion. Every time you justify the food you put in your mouth, even if you know you shouldn't be putting it there, every time you justify an action, every time you justify adding a spoon of sugar to your tea when you know sugar turns into straight white fat that does not shift, every time you eat that cake, knowing that you ate cake the day before and the day before and the day before yesterday, and you're telling yourself, I'm not eating much cake, and you're eating cake every day, you're tolerating your size. Some of you are tolerating the people in your life. When you tolerate team members that do not wish to stay in your team and you find every excuse to hold on to them, you even promise to pay for them, you tell them you will pay their next 2 months fees if they stay, but these people were ready to leave, but you don't want to release them because you feel like, oh my goodness, if they leave, what am I going to? I'll have no one in my team. And I'm not talking about giving someone a prize because they've earned it. I'm actually talking about you going out of pocket to pay for someone who's not inspired to actually show up for themselves. You're tolerating that situation, and therefore you start to attract even more people who are not committed to their success, who are not committed to the change that they claim they desire, and who are not committed to learning how to get that change to manifest. You're tolerating the person that you are now instead of allowing the powerhouse that you are created to be to come out and show up and be that badass whatever you want to be. I have a friend who calls themselves a badass a badass coach, a badass energy healer. You know yourself. What are you tolerating? Now, here's something that I want to take us back, right? Circa 2016, I went to meet up with some friends in the Caribbean. We were about 30, maybe 40 max, because there were some that already lived there that we met over there. We were a group of about 30 people. And Paul and I were the only ones from Europe. We were the only ones who flew from Europe. Everybody else was either already Caribbean based or based in the USA, so they had a short hop. It took us 23 hours to get there. So it took us almost a day to get to the Caribbean from here, from Liverpool. We paid our way. So nobody actually paid for our trip. We paid for our trip ourselves from our income, from our savings, and at that point we thought we deserved. At that point we felt we deserved. At that point I felt I was worthy of that trip. I was excited. In fact, I know I manifested that trip. It's one of my testimonies that I give. We got to the Caribbean and we met some people that I knew that were already in the business that I was promoting. And so I knew these people and I didn't feel threatened by them in any way, shape or form, nor did I feel like I was, nor did I feel like they were bigger than me or anything like that. And then as the day went and as the week went, we stayed there for 11 days. More and more people came, and there were people that I literally I looked up to. I adored the way they showed up. I wanted to be like them in my life and in my business. And some of these I'd already met several times before, so it was not new to meet these people again, on that level. But when you couple that with some other people that I had not met in physical life, who I had looked up to for a long time, had been learning from for a long time, and they were like, yo, Julie, you are a rock star, man. Come here, give it some, hug it up. I am so excited to see you, man. You are crushing it. You are amazing. And I'm like, who are we talking about right now? Who is it? Who is this person talking about like right now? Like, I didn't recognize myself in any of those statements from these people, and I thought they were being two-faced. They were being maybe a bit too much. I was not accepting what they saw in me because I didn't see it in me yet. And at one point in that journey, we were having a meal in one of the restaurants. It was all inclusive. You could choose which restaurant you went to. There was those details are details, but we had a meal together as a group. And I was sitting with some of the people that I had looked up to for years, that I had promoted their products for years, that and they were like, I can't believe I'm sitting on the table. You flew all the way from UK. You are amazing. And you are doing so well. And I see your posts and I see your videos. And I'm like, you don't even comment. So why are you talking about that? And they're like, yeah, I can see you don't believe. But you've got to believe that you are worthy, that you're in the right place. That one guy actually was telling me, Julie, you are worthy. You are amazing. You are a leader. Don't you see that in you? And I couldn't see that person in me yet. Even though I woke up and affirmed that person every day, I called them out every day, I could not see this person. I already owned million-shilling properties in another continent, but in the country that my adopted country, I could not see myself as that successful person they were talking about. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Anyway, I felt like I didn't belong. I had a huge chip on my shoulder. I had imposter syndrome in multiple doses. I needed help but I could not see the help in my mind. In my mind, I didn't deserve to be there. My brain was telling me, look at all these amazing, successful people. Who are you, little you? I could not accept a compliment. When I look at my photos from that trip, I looked sexy as fuck. But I could not at that time, in that place, in 2016, see that I was sexy. Anyone told me I looked good, I would say you too, without accepting the you look good. That one, it bounced off a hard wall and went away, and I felt like I needed to just say you look good too, because it's polite to say to somebody they look good too. So I would never accept a compliment. And this was, if I was wearing something good, it was on a beach. The hotel was right on the beach, an exclusive beach. And so most of the days I'd be found in my beach wear. And people would tell me, you look sexy in that. And I'd be like, oh my goodness, this old thing. And I'd feel all kinds of awkward, especially if the compliment came from a man. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I hope Paul didn't hear that. Like, what was wrong if Paul had that? It would just make him feel like he's got a sexy mama. And I'd say, I've had this for years, or I'd say, oh, it's too tight now. Oh my goodness, don't, you're joking. Can't you see the extra bits on the sides? And I never would accept the compliment. And the universe was saying to me at that time that this is your community. This is your tribe. These are the people you're hanging out with and you're going to hang out with. And this is me gifting you this. And I was saying, no, I'm not ready yet. I'm not worthy. They are way better than me. I'm only a small fish now. I'm swimming in a big pond, and I want to get back to my pond like as soon as possible. And that year, up to that point, my business was moving. By the time we went to the Caribbean, my business was moving, my team was growing and everything. And then when I came back for 3 straight months, it was like I had hit a stone wall. For 3 straight months, right into that summer, I hit a stone wall. And then in the summer, I had problems with the company leadership, people that I had met at other events before, who we had hugged it up, we had had meals together. Now we're acting like they didn't even know me. They were telling me, take that down, take the other thing down. That's against company policy. I was blocked out of my own business. And that lesson did not sink in, that I had accepted that I was a small fish, that I decided I was not worthy to be a 6-7 figure earner. I didn't deserve to hang out with people who are leaders. This is a hard lesson to share, but it has to be shared, because until you deserve in your heart what you want, you cannot see it in your life. And it brings back really big memories. All right, so this is something I've already shared, but I'm going to share it deeper with you in the den, because even as I shared it in the public space, I thought this is something, it needs to be recorded. It's a landmark. I want people to remember this. Every time someone feels unworthy, every time you feel like you're not moving, I want you to ask yourself, what am I tolerating? Until you say enough. Until you say enough. Until you say, I've had enough of not earning what I deserve. I've had enough of making 2 figures a month. I've had enough of having no clients. I have had enough of having no team members. I have had enough. Until you say you've had enough, you will continue to get what you've got. Because that year, I said I'd had enough. And today I remembered that lesson, and I said I've had enough. I need to move to the next level in my life. And if I don't get out of this syndrome I have allowed myself to tolerate, I'll stay where I am. And I do not deserve that. Now, this is my private space. This is your private space. You can record videos and tell me what you have had enough of today. You can tell people here in the den what you have had enough of today until you break down and tell your soul it is time to stop playing small. It is time to stop hiding. Come out of where you are. Come out. You will continue to struggle. In your life, in your career, in your relationships, in your enterprise, in your business. Don't get me wrong. I sat on that table because I was worthy. I sat on that table because I was making waves in my business and in the industry. There was content out there that people were calling life-changing. Yet my results were way below what I wanted to see. So I was not seeing what other people were seeing. I was seeing what I should have in my life. I was not living in the present. I was attached to the outcome with everything I had got in my breath. And I learned a lesson from all those people, because in those 10 days, I approached a lot of these people and asked them, how did you create success? And mind you, some of them were arrogant. So I will not say that they were all nice, huggy, touchy, amazing people. After they tell you you're amazing, they then went around ignoring you like you didn't exist. Or maybe it was me. Maybe it was my energy that was pushing them away. I think it was my energy. When I look back, I went around with my shoulders bent. I went around covering myself every minute I could get. I went around with a towel all day on a beach. Yeah, well, you can have a towel on a beach, but it's not supposed to be tied around you, hiding your bits. You're supposed to walk around with the confidence that I am showing off who I am. And I wasn't. I was walking around feeling like I was unfit to be there. Psychologically, mentally, spiritually, if you are not where you want to be in life, you will not see that. 80% of the work is inside. The shadow work, as some others call it. The inner work, the spiritual work. You do not work on your inner man, your physical man will not see what you're looking for in your life. And I don't even know why you guys are either not getting notifications. It's 11:11 right now. That's an amazing number. I don't even know. I know exactly why I'm saying these numbers. It's my angels telling me it's time to level up. 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 1111. Hey. So some of you know what that means. I've looked at this number for like a minute now, and it is amazing. I'm ready to shift my energy. I'm ready to shift to the new level, to a whole new level in my life. I am ready to walk as $1 million pound earner. Not just 1 million, but multiple millions. I am done with moving back and forth and having an amazing time, and then I come back and I'm down. So the work is up to you to bring out your powerhouse. The work is up to you to bring out your powerhouse. What are you tolerating? You get 100% what you're tolerating in your life. Today, whatever you are getting, you're getting 2 figures. That's what you're telling. You're getting 0. That means you're saying, I'm not even worthy of a single penny in my life, because that's what you're tolerating. Whatever you're tolerating, whatever you are seeing in the mirror and telling yourself you are, whatever you're allowing to limit you, you are tolerating that situation for another year, for another decade, for another God knows how long. Oh! You want a new partner? Stop hanging out with love niggers. Stop hanging out with liars and scumbags, because you'll attract those until the cows come home. You want to build that team? that power team. Stop telling yourself how people are not listening to you, how people don't hear you, how this and that is happening. Stop it. What the heck? Stop it. Right? It's a hard day today. I don't want you to go away feeling like, oh, she's too emotional. Oh, she's so hard. If you go to the shops and all you can think about is you have 80 pounds in your account and that's all you have, and so you can't afford this, you can't afford that, that's too expensive, that's not on our budget, and you're telling your children that, you are not living like a successful entrepreneur in the details of your life. The details of your life are those things that you do every day, the actions that take you from 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening. That whole detail is you living like either a pauper or a millionaire. If everything you see is a problem, and when you look at your bank account there's no money, and by the way, that's one of the things you need to do. You need to sit down with your bank accounts and know exactly what you brought in the last 6 months and see how much you have been tolerating. What's that figure you've been tolerating for the last 6 months? And if you have not been earning anything from your business, you don't even need to check. You know exactly what it is you've been tolerating in your business. And now you know what you do not want to tolerate anymore, because to get a new thing, you must know what you have now that you want to change. Not in a negative way, but in a way of knowing. Awareness is the key. You need to be aware of where you are in your business, in your career, in your life, in your receipts, so that you know what you are up leveling from to that new figure you want to move to. And that new figure, some of you don't know even what you want. You just keep saying, I want a new house, I want a new car, I want a new this, but you have no idea where you are. You have no idea what those things cost, and you don't even realize that you might not even need £1 million to get to where you want to go. You might just need maybe £500,000. But because you have told yourself that you just want a new home, a bigger, much more spacious home, maybe you want a nice car, universe is saying you've got all those, darling, because you have not defined in the detail what it is you want, where you are at, and what it is you want. The more you say you don't deserve something, you are keeping yourself in that spiritual balance, which reflects in your physical bank balance. I want you to activate your multi-million-dollar vision, or whatever 6-figure vision, 5-figure vision, whatever it is you feel you deserve. I'm not you, you're not me. My impact is not your impact. You decide. Whatever, activate that vision, whatever that figure is, by embodying it, by putting your shoulders back when you walk out, and when you walk into the room, when you walk into a room, when you're talking to people. Stop cowering away in a corner, feeling uncomfortable. That was me on that trip. I was uncomfortable hanging out with these people. When we went into the pool, I was the one sitting on the sun lounger while everyone else was in the pool, because I thought I don't look too good. I have bulges in the wrong places. I call them my mom bulges, because I am a mommy, and there were mommies there who didn't have bulges, but hey, most mommies in this world have bulges somewhere, and that is the truth. But I did not see me as that sexy mama. I was busy hiding me. And it was really hot in the Caribbean at that time. Even this summer, you've noticed I've gone back to my natural lightness. I got really, really dark this summer. It was that dark. It was that hot in the Caribbean as it was in Israel. And my goodness gracious me, I was always looking for a way to cover myself up and not really hang around these people. When they were talking about their £1 million project, their £1 million, their $1 million, $1 million projects, their $1 million product that they are launching. They have this product, that they are going to do a collaboration and launch, and I'd skulk away very quickly, because My products were not yet $1 million product. Did I even have a 6-figure product in my? I had products, but I was giving them away for free, as in literally giving everything. I'd pay thousands of pounds to acquire knowledge, and I'd go and give it away for free all the time. Focused on building my network marketing business. That's all I could think about. All the blogs I put out were all around, tailored to drag people and suck them into my funnel so I could show them my network marketing business. And that's all I could think about. I forgot everything I'd done before that. I forgot the $1 million properties we already owned. I forgot we own our own home. I forgot we have rentals. I forgot all that. All I could think about was I wasn't making as much as I could in my network marketing business, and that was a failure. So I focused on that failure hard, and it hit me hard for a while. Become that millionaire you want to be first. You have to become that millionaire you want to embody. You have to embody that millionaire. You have to embody that millionaire in your actions, in your words, in the way you show up. You don't have to tell anybody you're a millionaire because they might think you're crazy. And, even your head will tell you you're crazy, but your spirit knows you're a millionaire, and agree with your spirit in your actions, in the way you show up. Allow that you already own that money. It's already yours. Nobody can touch it. It's in your escrow with your name on it. It is sealed with your name. There's a book with your name on it, and it's your book of life, and nobody can touch that book apart from you or who you allow to touch that book of life for you. So embody your inner millionaire. There's a game that one of my coaches taught us, whereby we spent $1 billion. Is it $1 billion? We started with $5,000, and every day we increased our income by 5,000 in our head, and we had to spend that money in 24 hours every day for 30 days. And by the 30 days, I think we had spent $1 billion. And he told us that you'll get to a point whereby you are actually completely lost as to what to spend that money on. When you get to that point, you've got to the limit in your head, the place where your head is telling you this, how do people spend this kind of money? You will start to look for small, silly things to spend that money on, or invest it. And you have to have spent that money and write in your journal, today I spent $500 million on. Write that project down, because until you see yourself way beyond human sight, patted down, shaken over in fullness, you cannot embody even the little figure you're looking for. You cannot embody it in the physical form. So what would you spend $1 billion with? What would you spend it on? Rewire your money blueprint. You must rewire your money blueprint. One of my coaches says, either you are a bitch to money, like money is your bitch, or you are a bitch to money. Either money is your bitch, you command it and say, turn around, jump up and down, fly over there, do this, that, and the other, or money is your boss. You choose. Shift your level of tolerance. What is it you're tolerating? Are you tolerating $500 a month? Are you even getting close to 500? Are you tolerating 1,000? Are you tolerating 10,000? Are you tolerating 100,000? Are you tolerating $1 million? What are you tolerating? Whatever that figure is, you're getting it now. If you're in the den, you're definitely probably not getting even $10,000 a month. And the question is, why? Why? Why are you tolerating your situation over and over again, month after month? You show up and you made 1 sale, you show up and you made 2 sales, you show up and you didn't make any sale. In that week, you don't even show up in the tracker at all because you didn't make the money. So, you're not going to be tracking again. And what are you tolerating? Release your toxic money blocks. I gave you an example that even thinking that you've done all the work, every time somebody tries to tell you and you say you've done this and you've done everything and you have everything under control, that is a toxic block to your new breakthrough, to your success. Every time you don't recognize that there is something standing in your way to your success, you are being arrogant and you're standing in your own way. Remember, you are not looking at you as a farmer, because a farmer knows I've planted a crop of eucalyptus trees. They take 10 years to mature. So in the meantime, I'll make sure I trim up the excess, I clear the ground, I make sure we don't get bushfires, I'll enclose my trees, I'll make sure they are protected so they grow straight and tall. I am assured of a harvest in 10 years' time of at least 6, 7, 1,000, 10,000 eucalyptus trees, and I am good to go. So you are not, because that farmer has no blocks to their eucalyptus trees growing. They are not thinking, oh, the trees are not growing. Why aren't I getting a harvest yet? I wish I could be harvesting those trees. I'm looking for a buyer for my trees. The trees are just a year old. You're looking for a buyer for your trees. Like they wouldn't even pay you a tenth of the price of your trees because they are not grown yet. They are not even twigs to put in a fireplace yet. Well, they could be twigs, but did you plant twigs? Release the money blocks, because many of you are not that farmer I've just described who knows that in 10 years I'll be harvesting. You are instead thinking, even though you planted your eucalyptus trees yesterday, and some of you don't have even a year of eucalyptus yet, you're still thinking you should be harvesting eucalyptus in large amounts, and therefore you are worried why aren't you harvesting. Now, I'm not saying it will take you 10 years to harvest. What I'm saying, I'm giving you an example, is whatever you are sowing, how long does it take to mature? Forget these people telling you that they woke up and in 2 minutes they were successful. How long did it really take your upline to move from 0 to 10K or to 0 to 5K regularly? Not a one-off, not a one moon wonder, not a hit in the dark. This was something that they did month after month, day after day. They did it, and every month they got $5,000 or better. And they were following a certain blueprint. And even if they had low production months, they were still hitting that figure because they were also supporting other people to grow in their business. What is that figure? Who is your mentor? Who is your teacher? Who is your coach? Who's that person you are emulating? Whose business model you are modeling? What did they do to get to their first 4 figures, 5-figure months regularly? Not a one-hit wonder, but a regular monthly income that increased every month. Because until you open your mind up to know what it is you are wanting to do, and then release all the blocks to that figure, because I told you, if you cannot spend $5,000 today, you already have a problem and you're wanting to make $5,000. What would you spend it on and finish the money today? There is no, you are not allowed to take a cent over the next 24 hours. What would you spend that money on? Good morning, Mary. How are you doing? Physically embody the millionaire within, because that millionaire within does not tolerate 2-3 figure months. They don't. It's just, why would they? They are used. It's normal to have millions. That millionaire within accept compliments like a boss. If somebody says you're looking amazing, they don't say you too. They don't go, are you sure? Oh my goodness, I've added on 10 pounds. They take the compliment at face value. This person is telling you you look good. Maybe they don't know you from yesterday. So they are seeing you as you are today, and they feel like you are looking good. And you're saying, oh my goodness, 2 years ago I was like sexy. Now I am horrible. Take the compliment, breathe it in, feel that good juice of accepting that you look good. Even if it feels uncomfortable, even if you know you've added on 20 pounds, know that somebody's looking at you and saying you're looking good. Breathe it in and let it become your garment. And then you will see that person emerge from you, that person who looks and feels good about who they are. In the meantime, you've got to be like an actor. Like actors get on stage and they drag you into their life. By the time the play is done, you're either crying like a baby or laughing like a loony or so mad at the actor like they are the real person they were acting in real life. Or they did such a poor job, you're like, give me back my money already, you scumbag. Or you watch a movie and you go through those emotions, or you feel like, oh my goodness, I could have watched EastEnders instead. Embody the millionaire within, the billionaire within, the multi-squillionaire within. Embody them in your walk of life, in the details, in when you are buying stuff, when you're using stuff, when you're prospecting, when you're posting on social media, when you're doing your blog, when you're doing your video, when you're teaching your students, when you're talking to your clients, when you're talking to your team members. Embody that super confident, multi-dimensional, super amazing being who knows where they're at, who's walking the talk, who is confident in who they are and what they are getting, and they are walking that walk. They have no doubt whatsoever that they've planted a 10-year crop and they are making a mega harvest along the way. Cultivate your inner circle, that $1 million inner circle. You are hanging out with paupers and you expect to become a millionaire or a thousandaire or a six-figure earner, whatever that figure it is you want to embody in your life, but you're hanging out with bloody idiots on social media. People who don't build you up at all. They are poor as church mice. They are poor in their thinking. They are poor in the way they speak. They are poor in every way. They ooze poverty. But they talk some things that make you think that they are like some kind of leader or influencer, and you hang around them like, oh my goodness, she's so amazing. Oh my God, he's so good. Oh, you know that's so and so. He gets like 10,000 of viewers. This person you're hanging around is poor in spirit and in person and is affecting your energy. Be very choosy about who you hang out with. And I don't know about Zimbabweans, I don't know about Nigerians, I don't know about any other community, but Ugandan people, they amaze me because I'm a Ugandan by origin and by birth. And when I hang out around the Ugandan circles, it amazes me the kind of people that are showing up on social media and Ugandans are hanging around and worshiping, really. Because I'm thinking, surely we were freed from colonialism, we were freed from the dark, and we are going back, and we are living in a digital era where we are sitting in our homes and they are in their homes, God knows where they are, that they are showing up on social media for, and we are sitting and watching them for an hour. And this person is not making any sense whatsoever. He or she is not teaching you anything that's changing your life or impacting you, but you're watching. You're watching. I don't even spend 10 minutes on such live videos. 10 minutes is a long time of my life to give to such a person. I have Tony Robbins to watch. I have Oprah to watch. I have Lisa Nichols to watch. I have Regan Miley to watch. I have, oh my goodness, I have Marissa Peer to watch. I have so many amazing people. I have John Maxwell to tune into. I have Bob Proctor to tune into. I have Jake Ducey to tune into. I have Ray Higdon to tune into. I have all kinds of trainings to tune into. I have over 800 books to go and feed myself with. I will not spend a moment with anyone who does not add value to me as a person, to my bank balance, or to my spiritual balance. That is it. You don't add value to those three things, you will not even take 10 minutes of my life, socially or digitally or physically. You need to do that. Choose and cultivate your millionaire inner circle. Find the 5 people you want to hang out with every day. Give most of your time to those 5 people so that even if you watch some time Saka, some time Vampire, even if you spend 2 minutes watching a time Vampire, they will not affect your energy because the majority of your day you were hanging out with rock stars. Until you hang out with millionaires, 6-figure earners, 7-figure earners, 5-figure earners, it doesn't matter what figure you want to add to your bank, you will stay where you are today because you are tolerating that situation. take aligned action is the final thing I'm going to say to you. That is 20%. It's the last thing I'm saying to you. 80% of the work you have to do is all shadow work. And when you align your time, your mind, your energy, your friends, your body, what you embody, what you're tolerating, and you show up in your actions, you prospect, you follow up, you present, everything will click in place because you have embodied this person you want to be. Until you become the person you want to be, you cannot see them in the physical life. That's it. That's it, guys. There are only there are 8 steps, but in fact, there are only 6 steps. Number 1 is activate your vision. Who do you see yourself as? Stop seeing yourself as that small fry, because you will stay that small fry. Become that person you want to become. Embody that person. Stop tolerating where you are. You need to say enough is enough, is enough, is enough, is enough, is enough. And then you need to see yourself where you are, wanting to go in full high definition. Put yourself in that frame. See yourself. What are you doing? Where are you? Who are you with? How are you dressed? What's the day like? What's the area like? Atmosphere. And then come out of that picture and lock in that vision and bring it into your heart and settle it in there, and then open your heart out and explore that picture to the universe, so it will attract and bring to you all the things you have just seen in that picture and you have asked your soul to bring to you. Become that thousandaire, multi 6-figure earner, millionaire, 8-figure earner, multi-millionaire, billionaire fast. You will not achieve those things until you see you there. Shift your tolerance to tolerate more money, to tolerate more friends, to tolerate more yeses. Release those money blocks. Even not accepting that you have any blocks is a block, my dear friend. Embody the success you wish to be. I've said that several times because it is the most important thing. And when you embody that person, you will cultivate an inner circle of people walking the same walk, going the same direction. You will not be attached to people who are sucking your energy out of you and holding you back. You'll attract people who are ready, who are already where you want to go. And when you take action, it will be aligned with this person. And so you will be taking what we call aligned action. And the law of attraction is working for you 24/7. I wanted to do a quick meditation for you, but time is really what I don't want to make these trainings long, but today I really it took me back to that time. It was emotional, and I apologize for the emotion in the video, but if I do not open up to you guys and show you where you could be and where you are maybe right now, holding yourself back, you will continue to be that person who brings in a sale a week, a sale a month, no sales at all. And you did not come to this space to be that person. And I do not want you to be that person. All right. You are most welcome, Mary. You are most welcome. Greetings to Vincent. You guys have an amazing rest of the day ahead. And please up level what you tolerate, because that's what you will achieve in your life. I love you guys. Bye now.